What's good? It's your boy Mixtape Moth, and today I'm gonna hit y'all with my top 15 EPs from 2020. Let's get to it. So there were a lot of projects this year that did not meet the full-length album criteria in my mind. I'm talking about certified EPs, but also projects that lasted anywhere from 15 to 25 minutes. It was that gray area for me where I didn't know if it was an EP or an album. But I'm old school enough that I personally had a hard time calling a 20-minute project an album, so that's why I made this list. These were all projects that I've given serious rotation to that didn't make my albums list due to their brevity. So let me just get started from the bottom. Number 15, Husk Kingpin and Roxy, The Hidden Painting. This was a nice tight collection of raw and uncut hip-hop songs from New York MC Husk Kingpin and Cali spitter Roxy. It featured solid production from Madlib, Stu Bangers, Day One, and The Alchemist. Number 14, DJ Muggs, Winter. While DJ Muggs was busy behind the scenes producing for many artists, this was his only solo release of the year. As for the production, it's signature Muggs in that it's psychedelic, lo-fi, grimy, and haunting. This compilation features tracks from Bodie James, Capadonna, RLX, Rome Streets, Mayhem Lauren, Eto, Crime Apple, Hologram, and El Divino. It's shorter than I would have liked, but it's a solid little tape from the legendary Muggs. Y'all definitely got to do yourselves a favor and peep that Rome Streets track though. Number 13, Eto-Eto Brigante. Eto has had a really impressive year in 2020 from rapping to producing. This release, Eto Brigante, is a conceptual project based off his love for the movie Carlito's Way. So Eto is rapping cleverly about the movie while also relating parts of it to his own life. The production is very mafioso and hard-hitting. If you love gangster movies and creative storytelling, don't sleep on this release. Number 12, Al Divino and DJ Muggs, Kilogram. Now, in terms of length, this probably could have been considered an album, but I feel this project contains some of the best DJ Muggs beats that I've heard in recent memory. And Al Divino is spitting on these tracks with the ferociousness and energy of Flea Lord, Ill Bill, and Sticky Fingers combined. This project is great for the dark vibes, the production, and this grimy, gritty aesthetic to which Al Divino and DJ Muggs succeed in capturing. Number 11, RJ Payne, Beautiful Payne 2. RJ Payne has some of the hardest bars of any spitter in the underground. He's released multiple projects this year, like If Cocaine Could Talk series, and also Beautiful Payne. What I liked about the Beautiful Payne projects, both 1 and 2, was that RJ Payne was giving us some of his most personal, introspective, and socially conscious content of his career. The production was very mellow and soulful, so I think that contrasted nicely with his gruff voice. I respect him for his growth and maturity on this series. Number 10, Lyric Jones, Closer Than They Appear. Lyric Jones is a talented rapper and singer coming out of Boston on Closer Than They Appear. Lyric Jones pretty much does it all. Not only did she sing well and offer up some great neo-soul vibes, but her rapping was impressive enough to attract the attention of hip-hop legends. It's definitely something smooth and laid back to check out. Plus, when she's rapping, she's really going in. Number 9, Ransom and Nicholas Craven, Deleted Scenes. So I was kind of going back and forth between Deleted Scenes and the first director's cut, but I found myself playing Deleted Scenes a little bit more, primarily because of the track Final Destination, which might be my favorite song from both Ransom and Nicholas Craven in 2020. This Deleted Scenes project contained the songs that didn't make the final cut for the director's cut series. Still, the soul beats were fire and the rapping was elite level. To say Ransom had a standout year would be an understatement. Number 8, 38 Spesh-6 Shots. This was a very short but hard-hitting EP from 38 Spesh. I love the production, which was very mafioso and orchestral. It was the perfect backdrop for Spesh's criminology rhymes. You also got a really dope verse from Ransom and Eto. This EP showcases why in 2020, 38 Spesh was the best producer on the mic. Number 7, Flee Lord, Loyalty and Trust 2. Now, out of the 12 projects that Flee Lord released this year, this was one of the shorter ones that really stood out. It was produced entirely by 38 Spesh. Flee Lord's rapping was more focused and on point here, in my opinion. Plus, I really enjoyed the dope feature verses from Fred the Godson, G4 Jag, and Shay Noir. Number 6, Skyzoo and Dumbo Station, the Bluest note. So Skyzoo teamed up with a real live jazz band for this cool 6-track project. The instrumentals were lush, funky, mellow, and groovy. This EP kind of gave me some Guru Jazzmatazz vibes. If you like jazz, or if you want something different to listen to that's very suave and chill, then I highly recommend this Skyzoo EP. It was a nice little gem with a really dope cover. Number 5, Conway the Machine, No One Mourns the Wicked. Conway the Machine and producer Big Ghost LTD joined forces for the No One Mourns the Wicked EP. The vibes and instrumental choices on here were excellent. Big Ghost's beats were attention-grabbing, cinematic, and seemed to capture a very raw aesthetic. Now, this EP didn't get nearly as much praise as the Lulu EP, but over time, I grew to like this actually much more. Big Ghost's crunchy drums and dusty soul samples were great backdrops for Conway's gutter bars. This was a short but enjoyable listen. Number 4, Currency and Harry Fraud, the Outrunners. Now, some people might consider this an album, but I picked it as an EP. Currency links with producer Harry Fraud for this dope 9-song project. It's actually one of the most focused and polished Currency releases that I heard in 2020. Harry Fraud's luxurious beats complement Currency's fly and motivational raps to a T. Number 3, Skyzoo-Milestones. This 7-track EP from Skyzoo is a conceptual project about fatherhood. He shares a lot of personal stories about his own father, the positive and the negative experiences with him. But despite being young and hard-headed, Skyzoo considers himself blessed and fortunate enough to have had a dad who was consistent in his life. So I think this was an extremely relatable project. The production is very soulful, jazzy, and mellow. Overall, it's a really thought-provoking, mature, and grown man kind of record. Number 2, Shay Noir, After 12. This new 7-track EP really showcase Shay Noir's versatility as a rapper and producer. Not only can Shay give you the storytelling, crafty wordplay, and hard-hitting, street-conscious bars, but sonically, she can cook up beats with some of the best producers. The production was dope, and the features were hard-hitting too. Artists like Ransom, 38 Spesh, RJ Payne, and Ciroc all came through with fire verses. And that brings us to number 1. My favorite EP of this year was 38 Spesh's 1995 mixtape. On this tape, Rochester rapper and producer 38 Spesh rapped over iconic classic hip-hop beats from the year 1995, which was one of the greatest years in hip-hop, in my opinion. 38 was having fun on this project, but also demonstrating why he's one of the dopest MCs, period. His wordplay, rhyme schemes, and lyrical wit is really out of this world. If you grew up listening to the classic 90s beats on this project, then 1995 will resonate with you even more. Next to Ransom, I feel like 38 Spesh had the most impressive verses of the year. So those were my top 15 EPs of the year. There's a ton of music that came out in 2020, so I couldn't get around to everything, but those were the ones that I was rocking with the most. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Be on the lookout for the top 30 albums of the year, and also honorable mention projects that will be coming out soon. It's your boy Mixtape Moth. I'm signing out, but be sure to hit that like button and please subscribe. As always, it's peace and blessings. Top 15 EPs of the year, 1.